Hey, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good eye, wherever you are in the world. How you doing? It's Jim. Video today is brought to you courtesy of Ozzy Osbourne. Now, obviously, I know who Ozzy Osbourne is. I've heard his music. I've heard Black Sabbath. I've listened to Ozzy Osbourne at various points in my life. I first became aware of him probably around the time of this song, Mr. Crowley, in 1981-82. Probably at the time I was sort of first really sort of discovering and listening to sort of hard rock and metal, my formative Iron Maiden days. And this would have been one of the staples that was played on Tommy Vance's Friday Night Rock Show on Radio 1. Those are the days. So it was Radio 1 used to be broadcast on medium wave, so it was really crackly and horrible. But at I think it was 9 o'clock at night, or was it 8 o'clock? I can't remember. Anyway, at 9 o'clock at night, they then transferred the radio waves over onto FM, and they took over what was Radio 2. And Radio 2, I think, then went on to medium wave for the show. But the Friday Night Rock Show was always on FM, so it was crystal clear. So with my little teeny tiny Hitachi radio cassette recorder, I used to record all the songs on there, and that's how I sort of discovered. And everyone's got stories like this. That's how I discovered and listened to music at that age, because this was the sort of the best way to discover. So obviously there's sort of Iron Maiden, there's sort of early Metallica, Ozzy, Dio, Rainbow, Deep Purple, Whitesnake, Judas Priest. I mean, all these amazing bands that Tommy Vance was playing on his show, and obviously Ozzy was one of them. Now, it's odd because this Mr. Crowley is a song I loved, but I don't think I've listened to probably since about 1985, and it's a weird one because it's sort of disappeared off into the ether, along with loads of other stuff from that time as well. There's obviously a lot of stuff that stayed with me, but I can't excuse it. I apologise, but I have no excuse. I should have kept up with this, and I haven't. So, my bad. What I do know is I do love this song, or I loved it, and I think I'm going to love it again once I hear it 30 something, nearly 40 years later. Shit, that's bad, isn't it? And this is a live performance, or it's a TV performance, I think. I remember it starts off with this really sort of, in my teenage 12-year-old head, I thought it was such a cool sort of church organy sound at the beginning, and you had Ozzy doing his singing, and then the amazing, incredible, astonishingly talented Randy Rhoads guitarist, who died a year later, I think, after this album was released. Tragedy. He was young, very, very young, in a plane crash. But instrumental in his own right in influencing and colouring guitar playing for a generation, along with sort of Eddie Van Halen, one of his contemporaries, obviously, who very sadly died as well very recently. But yeah, his style, I think, is described as neoclassical metal. So I've just seen on, he helped form the subgenre later known as neoclassical metal. There you go. So you expect lots of sort of technical, frilly, widdly, Vivaldi sounding, up and down scales, and just lovely stuff. And there is. So I'm waffling on. This is genuinely going to be a reaction because I've not seen this. I've not heard this song for almost 40 years, which in itself is a tragedy. But without any further ado, because that's what they say in YouTube land, isn't it? It still doesn't sit right with me. I'm not going to say that. Right, let's get on with this. 3, 2, 1, bosh. I don't remember that having synthy sounds. Well, maybe it did. Maybe it did. Those were the days when instruments were heavy, as in not sort of as in metal heavy, but sort of weight. You can see this real substance to those things. There's that voice. Probably one of the most unique voices in rock and metal, isn't it, Ozzy? One of the guys in Mastodon, I don't know which one it is, but when he sings, he sounds like Ozzy as well. Missed this song. There's Randy. Looks like Susie Quattro on the bass. It's not, I know it's not. Oh man. It's so calm. Normally when guitarists play these face-melting guitar solos, they're pulling all sorts of faces, aren't they? I don't remember the synth part being in there either. Off again. Ozzy can't take his eyes off him. Give it some, mate. Give it some. Oh, I feel quite emotional watching that. Wow. Oh my God. I remember the tune. Obviously, I do, but I don't remember it being as good as that. It's so long since I've heard it. It's probably even the song faded out or something. I don't remember. I just don't remember enough about it. My God, Randy Rhoads, what a talent! What a talent he was. He's light. He's light as a star. His light burnt bright, and it was over too quickly. I can't. This is right. Gather yourself, Jim. Gather yourself. So this is a masterclass in old school musicianship. At the highest level. There is no hiding behind effects or computers or I don't know what, just everything about this is about practice and playing together as a band and performance. I don't know the other musicians in here. I probably should, but I'm afraid I don't. It's Randy Rhoads, obviously, on the guitar, and Ozzy Osbourne singing. And we had not Susie Quattro on the bass. And I probably should know who the drummer is. And I think I do, but I'm not going to say because if I get it wrong, it's going to be embarrassing. So I'm not going to say it's somebody I don't know. But they are all good. And I mean, let's just say they're all good. That's almost an insult to say, oh yeah, they're good. It's like, yeah, it's quite good. They're not. They are astoundingly good. Ozzy's voice is it's never going to be sort of like winning awards for singing opera or stuff like that. It's not that his voice is not for that. His voice is for Black Sabbath. His voice is for Ozzy. His voice is for metal and for his own brand of music. And nobody does it better in some respects. They really don't. It's so unique and identifiable. And he's not screaming or growling or any of this stuff that that apparently you have to do in metal. No, you don't. No, you don't. Not at all. Songwriting. It's such a good song. Now, is this song written by Randy? Is it written by Ozzy? Is it a collaboration between the both? I don't know. All I can say is, as an experience, this is good. I'm gonna get this record, the Blizzard of Oz, Ozzy's first release after he left Black Sabbath. I think I used to have Bark at the Moon, which was his follow-up to this. When they had him sort of as a werewolf on the front with the American Werewolf in London makeup on, I seem to remember. Again, that was a record got lost in the mists of time somewhere, so I probably need to replace that as well. But I loved it, absolutely loved this. This is a start of another little mini series within my videos. It's going to be looking back at some sort of classic stuff that I know but have forgotten. So I'm going to probably do some more. There'll be some more Ozzy. There'll be some probably some Judas Priest in there, early Metallica, Deep Purple, Whitesnake, Saxon. If you can think of some bands that I should probably remember that I've forgotten of this era, sort of late 70s, 80s. UFO, they're coming in there. What else we got? You know the stuff. Uriah Heep, all these sort of big bands of the time that I used to listen to. Well, you don't know what I used to listen to, but you can probably guess and imagine. But somehow have stopped listening to, and the audience out there, you guys, may not have listened to some of this classic stuff either. So it'd be quite nice to share some of it. It's not to say I'm going to stop listening to new stuff, because I'm not. There is good new stuff about to listen to, and I want to keep doing it. But I just want to sort of expand the direction a little bit, do some other bits and bobs. The other thing I want to do is I'm going to start working through all my records. So what I'll just do is I'll show you what I've got down here. Actually, I'll do it at a different time. I'm not going to do it now. But I've got loads and loads of records. Some of them we want to listen to the channel. Some of them we won't. Some of them will probably end up going on to Patreon when that gets up and going in a month or so's time. And we'll start working through that as well. So, as I've said in previous videos, there's going to be sort of different sort of elements and strings to the channel, how it grows and how it evolves, what happens. I'm hoping to do more reviews as well. Probably a mixture of new stuff as it's coming out, and also reviewing some old classic stuff, which may tie in listening to the records as well. And if I can, and I'm brave enough and I can sort it out, I might even try and do some interviews and what have you as well. So there's stuff happening. There's going to be loads of bits and bobs on Patreon as well once that gets up and going. That's it. So that's the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I did. And I'll see you guys on the next video, whenever and whatever it is. And until then, this is Jim over and